So we need to pick the game that we like.
Mouth washing.
Do the right thing.
Yeah. So there's seems like one game was on almost
everybody's list except Sam. I'm
except
just saying.
Yeah, but did Sam have any game on his list that was on anybody else's?
Sam did. Sam
He
had
had
a few on there. Yeah.
Balatro.
He had Balatro. He had
him and Dally shared Zelda.
Zenless Zone Zero. Yeah. So Johnny and let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
There's two games that were on mostly everybalatro list.
Yes,
Balatro and 1000 times Resist. Those are the two. Like.
Yep. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Balatro was number one for at least a couple of the folks. I didn't rank mine, but I know JJ, you had it as number one on yours. Johnny had it as number one on his. Sam had it as number 4. I had it in my top 5. Taylor has it in his top 5. 1000 times Resist. Bunch of us as well. Zach had it as his number 1. Johnny has it as his number 2. JJ, where'd you have it for yours?
It was in my top 10. It was
in your top 10. Okay.
What was it? It was 8. It was because I did
honorable
7.
mention. Yeah. Okay, that's right. Sam, the dummy, didn't have it in his.
Doesn't even know it exists. I'm sure.
Doesn't even know it exists. And Taylor and I both have it in. We're both in that zone of like this game's freaking rules. So I think it's between those two.
It's just.
I'd be fine either way. I mean,
why not? You can always just make it both.
Let's do.
We are ungovernable.
Instead of doing the popular pick, we should do the unpopular pick.
So
mouthwashing.
I mean, I would go for that too. But
to be honest, I would love mouth. It just feels bad that only 3 of us. 4 of us. What, 3 of us? Yeah.
Three of us for sure. Johnny, I thought Johnny played it. Maybe he didn't.
I kind of regret having it because I put Indiana Jones at 2. Really, mouthwashing's number 2 for me. It's in reality.
Sure. Man, this is tough. Like, either one of those, they're two completely different. One is a game where you have to be. They couldn't be more different. They're both janky as fuck.
But at the end of the day, they're both just pure like. Video games. This is only can exist. Balatro cannot exist in the real world, and 1000 times Resist cannot fit in anything other than a video game.
It barely fits in a video game.
So it's like neither of. What's interesting about both these games is neither of them could ever have been created at like a major publisher, right? Because Balatro would be the kind of game that has a deep story added to it.
No, it'd be like Zynga made.
Exactly. And then 1000 times Resist would be an action adventure game like Piano 5 or something. I don't know. It would be something really weird.
Piano 5.
Yeah, I remember that.
Neil Druckmann's 1000 times Resist.
Yeah. So either of these games,
you have to shimmy through a crack in the wall to get to the next memory.
Yep. What are we thinking, Taylor? What do you think?
Oh, brother.
Can't go wrong, except when you do go wrong.
Yeah.
I think the reality is that it really is Balatro, but at the end of the day, like
it's 1 and 1A is what kind of what it feels like.
Yeah.
Well, so like Balatro is a gamier game.
Yeah.
But 1000 times Resist is like
gonna stick with you forever.
The gamier game.
Yeah.
I
am never going to.
Great.
Yeah.
I don't like. Here's the thing. It's like I'm never gonna play 1000 times Resist.
I was just about to say that.
But I will play Balatro like tomorrow.
But that doesn't mean.
I know it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
But like you'll be thinking about 1000 times Resist like 3 years from now.
Playland's back. He says it's not Balatro.
It's not.
Like 3 years from now, we'll be like 1000 times Resist, and we'll be talking about it still.
Yeah, they'll have classes. The weird thing is they'll have classes about both of these for different reasons.
I was about to say, don't.
Fuck it. Metaphor's
This is another level of 20 questions.
Metaphor's the game of the year.
Echoes the Wizard. No. Oh, man. Oh, we could do a split.
I mean, at the end of the day, for me, Balatro's my number one, no matter what, at the end of the day.
I gotta lean.
I would not throw my vote at 1000 times resist, but I also wouldn't be like, if it got picked, I'd be like, yeah, fair.
Split it.
Let's split it.
Because like at the end of the day,
champions.
they're like two different games to me.
You cannot pit them against each other, and that's why I think and this is so our pick is that people need to play both of these. Like you have to.
That's true, actually.
You really do, because you can't split it. Wow, that's great discussion. It's a tough one.
The things that you're going to get from each of these games are completely different.
Vastly different. Vastly different. As a child of immigrants, like the way this freaking hit me was like, oh shit!
Well,
and just going through the last 4 years, because they did this as a reflection of the last 4 years. And then the same thing with Balatro. Yeah. Balatro, it hit me not as a child of immigrants, but like Balatro hit me as a dad. Like who just needs to zone out and just let other shit happen.
It's the Windows Solitaire for my generation. It's my dad going out for a cigarette in the garage and playing on an old compact, some Solitaire just to get away for a few minutes. Like
get away from the family, or me going to the bathroom at the office for about 45 minutes playing Balatro. Man, okay, that's it. We have co-winners. And let me get this banner going. SideQuesting's game.
I mean, I just hope at least one person plays 1000 times resist that's watching this, because like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, and you know what? Give 1000 times resist top heading of the two. That's just
It's the video game equivalent of putting a shotgun in your mouth and pulling the trigger. It's like
the second time you've used that analogy.
Yeah, because
it's true. There's like it's a thing that I've been saying a lot. I don't know why.
Well, it's like I always say, it's like a shotgun blast to the sack. So I guess it's not subtle in its approach.
Ladies and gentlemen, there it is.
I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe both, like the game and how it gets into your brain, but also just, I don't know. It really is like a shotgun blast to the roof of your mouth. I don't know,
I feel it's like the game to play. Like to me, what Outer Wilds was.
Yeah.
Sure. Yep.